Hello everyone, and good evening. Can you believe it? This is our 9th installment of the Bisimoto Tech2sDay. It's another great Tuesday here in beautiful Ontario, California. Hello Falcon, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Hello Blake, thank you so much for joining us. Wow, so many people coming in. I'm so honored to see all of you guys here. Hello Zach, good evening. So I was just saying a moment ago, I know, right? I was just saying a moment ago how exciting this is. This is our 9th installment, 9 of these, which shows that you guys really care and really enjoy what we're doing here. Hello Champagne, Integra, coolness to you as well. Hello Wab. Is it Wab? Is it W.A. Brooklyn, I think that's what that is. Hello JG. Royal, thank you so much. Sam, thanks for joining us, good seeing you. Ciao as well to you. Juan, or is that Drans? CTR, good seeing you. Will, okay, hello Will, it's a pleasure. Sam, thank you. Good to see you as well, CTR. Hey Jeremiah, thank you NO. Thank you so much guys. Once again, welcome to the 9th iteration of the Bisimoto Tech2sDay. Greetings Eddie from Jersey. Hey, nothing special, 1 of 5,000, thank you so much. And it's great, we're gonna have another great session today. Jeremy, hello as well. And you guys submitted tons of questions. I'm sure you have some questions live here as well, which is great. You know what, Bina, it took me 7 weeks to build that Odyssey. 7 grueling weeks, the most challenging 7 weeks ever of me building a car. We didn't have the time and we had this deadline from American Honda. And it was very difficult because we couldn't just buy parts that existed. A lot had to be created, from the valve train to the camshafts to the pistons to the sleeving procedure of a newer engine, from the Earth Dreams project with Honda to the rods themselves, custom manifolds. It was all like crazy, you know? Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, that's good. Tell Nakai I said hi. He's been here a few times, so he's a good guy. And speaking of Porsches, I'd like to give a nice shout out to the guys from SoCal Euro Garage. They really made this very nice carbon fiber. Look how cool that is. It's a nice carbon fiber shift knob for the Boxman. I guess they felt bad for me because I had a factory one which was kind of old. So they were able to, send me a pretty nice one, My favorite build so far, Sean, wow, in terms of excitement, the van was really the most challenging. In terms of something that is very unique and is just scary to drive and lots of fun, I would say is the blue 911, which is right there. You see the blue one right there, which is a twin turbo, 850 horsepower, 2,400 pounds with me in it. Scares a lot of journalists. It's a really, really cool vehicle. Hello, Lumpy. And in terms of excitement for balance, it's pretty much the one that this is going in, that Boxman I call, which is a Boxster base, mid-engine, center seat with a Cayman-esque carbon fiber top. And it's really a driver-centric vehicle with the telescoping pedals and the telescoping steering wheel, and we'll get into more of that later on. I've done quite a few Supras for customers. In other words, we've put some Supras together, we've tuned quite a few, and I have a lot of partners as well who are in the Supra community, so I've done quite a bit as well. And for road car, it depends on the application. Front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. There's so many things that go into making something a very exciting road car. But, it depends. And also tire adhesion. On one hand, you can see the Viper 5th gen, which is 640 plus horsepower. That's a very fun road car. On the other side, you can see something like a Type R MX300, which is a very fun road car as well. So the Boxster race is set up for race, definitely. I have quite a few 911s. So which one are you speaking of? NO is quite a few. There's a white one here, and a black one, and a blue one, and another gray one, and there's a blue one next to me here, silver one, green one, red one. There's quite a few here. So I wonder which one you're talking about. But once again, I'm joined. You guys can't see her, but she's awesome. Ari, my wonderful, amazing assistant.
Hello.
You can hear she said hello. Hello, track. And that being said, she's going to present all the questions you guys asked online through DMs, through the Facebook, through here on Instagram as well. So thank you so much. So I'm going to put this down because it has to go to Boxman this afternoon. Put that down. Okay, so let's start off with the first question, Ariana.
Our first question is from Javi Roy, 21.
Was it Harvey?
Javi
Roy. Okay, beautiful.
What transmission do you have in the Boxster?
Oh, the gearbox I have in the Boxster is a standard M96 base gearbox. It's from the 2.7 liter variant from 2000. So it is a 5-speed standard gearbox. So even though the shifter looks in a very awkward location, it's still the cable-based system from the factory setup. So that's what I have in the box.
Awesome. We Are Savages 2018.
Hello, We're Savages 2018. I see you here. And your question is next. How perfect timing is that?
What are your thoughts on having Hot Wheels versions of your Odyssey and the Bisimoto Civic Type R? What, did they come to you or vice versa? And are there any other future plans for them?
Yeah, well, he was asking about the relationship that we have with Hot Wheels, which is a great long-term relationship that we signed with them. Fantastic guys, very creative. You know what's great about the guys from Hot Wheels Mattel? They are true enthusiasts. So I feel very honored that they had chosen the Odyssey and also the Type R to be able to put the Bisimoto insignia on, which is really great. And they approached us for that project, and we graciously accepted. And you know, it's very humbling to know that we have that kind of impact in the automotive community. So it's really, really cool that they were able to partner with us on those projects. And there are many more to come. Some stuff on the P-Car side, some stuff on the FCA side. So I'm pretty excited about what's coming up very soon. This is very nice. So thank you for that question, by the way.
AJ Thompson 78.
AJ Thompson, I don't know if you're here with us today.
He has a bunch of questions, so
oh, okay. So AJ, you know, he's here every week. He's fantastic. He has great questions. So let's see what he has this time.
What would you say is the maximum usable power using the factory cranked cams, valves, and unported cylinder heads on a B18C4?
Okay, so pretty much what's the horsepower capability of a blueprinted B18C4? Well, B18C4s are not indigenous to North America, and because of that, I have not had any experience with that platform. So unfortunately, I am not in the position to share that. If I had the opportunity to be intimate with that engine, I'd be more than happy to share my insights. But I'm not the kind to speculate. I'm a data-driven person, so I really don't have that information.
Okay. Nick W. Photo.
Okay, Nick W. Photo
wants to know, what is your dream car that you haven't built yet?
A dream car that I haven't built yet. You know what would be awesome for me is a high-performance EV, all-wheel drive. That's something I haven't done yet. I've done a lot in the internal combustion engine world and space, but I haven't done anything from an electric vehicle perspective, and I understand the advantages of that. So that being said, absolutely, that's something I'd like to play around with. CT Racer X has a very good question. He said, regearing a 997 Transaxle, is it possible? The ASIN is great, but a lower gear, let me go back down and see what he says. Say like I threw it would be awesome. Have you turned one of those transmissions yet? As a matter of fact, yes. So the 997 Porsche Transaxle can be rebuilt. There are companies out there that actually make interchangeable gears for them. There's one in Lake Havasu, to be honest with you, a very popular one. And it can be done, absolutely. And I've played around with it. The gearbox is very simple and very long. So, you know what's weird? That blue 911 right there, CTR, has a 997 M97 gearbox in it. And it's very, very nice. It's much stronger than the 996 variant, which is from the previous M96 engines. So yeah, ASIN, you know, it's so weird. ASIN is a company that is affiliated significantly with Toyota, and a lot of Porsche people don't know, but yeah, you can almost say that they're Toyota transmissions in Porsches. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, but I see them sometimes a lot of times bashing JDM stuff, but ASIN gearboxes, yes, are in the C2 and C4s and so forth. They're not Getracks, which is pretty interesting. And that's on the NA gearbox side of the Porsche Carrera, which is pretty exciting. Yeah. Oh, AJ's here. He's with us today. Hello, AJ. Yay, good to see you again. Okay, there's so much going on. Okay, there's so many questions, but guys, I'll try and get to as much as possible, but I promised the guys who wrote in that I'll get to theirs. So after that, we'll do some great things, okay? So what's the next question that we have?
Our next question is from T. Nasina 28.
Okay, T. Nasina 28.
How did you convert the Boxster to a middle driver?
Okay, so how did the Boxman get converted? Hey, John, how did it get converted to a middle drive setup? Well, as I mentioned, no man is an island, and I have a great team. And my good friend Sam, he's a very brilliant guy, and he really was very, very good at designing some of the components, especially the sliding mechanism, and figure out all the challenges to making that a center drive, which is pretty cool. The concept-wise is something I wanted because I wanted something very driver-centric. One of my favorite cars I ever driven, thanks to Porsche North America, which thanks so much for giving me the opportunity to participate in that, was in Fontana, the speedway nearby, and there was a track day, and they had myself and my team come out, and I'm sorry, we'll have that coming out soon as well.
Okay.
They invite us almost every year. And we had the opportunity to test quite a few cars, and one of the cars that I had the pleasure of driving was a Cayman R, which is an amazing vehicle. It had PDK, but it was just a blast to drive. Very, very forgiving. You can push the car and push it, and because it's a mid-engine, it was just absolutely spectacular, but it lacked in the power department. So that really seared into my brain the advantages of a mid-engine setup. So how could you improve on a mid-engine above and beyond just increasing power? How about placing the driver in the center of the car? That alone would have an opportunity to make things absolutely spectacular from a driver perspective. What about this? Taking a step further, how about a low center of gravity where the seat's very, very low? How about where you put a seat as far back as possible and keep it fixed? So whether the driver is 6'2" or 4'11", the pedals could move towards the driver, keeping the balance of the car impeccable no matter who's in it. Well, that was the premise of the concept, and my team, we made it happen. And thank you so much, Sam. I know you're here. You're very brilliant. Appreciate all your fabrication skills. You are amazing. I'm glad to have you as part of the team. And this is really great. It's really fantastic, you know. Okay, what other questions do we have?
Next question is from AJ Thompson.
AJ Thompson, a question from you. Thank you.
Which car of yours featured in the Fast and the Furious film as a prop? And can you tell us the story of how it all came about?
So I'm not wearing the shirt today, but last time you saw I had this crazy blue 911 with the wing and craziness. It was just awesome. And at the time, it just made tons of power. Yeah, Ariana has it on. It's great. The blue Porsche was the one that was featured in Fast and Furious as a prop. It was in the desert war scene that was kind of crazy and so on and so forth. So it made a pretty nice cameo there. It would have been, I believe, from my memory serving me correctly, it would have been one of the vehicles that were being driven by the talent, but a lot of the actors there couldn't drive stick. Yes, it's scary. The actors that we all love from Fast and Furious films, a lot of them cannot drive a manual gearbox.
Oh my
So a lot of the cars that are used in the scenes are automatics that look like, that have the look of a manual gearbox, but they're automatic so that the talents can drive them easily. It's sad. I'm very sad about that, but yeah, that's what happened there. So it was good, and it was a great experience. I don't know, AJ Thompson, if the C4 is the same as C1 because I haven't compared the two of them. I'm very meticulous with the things I do, so if I had access to a C4, I would literally take everything apart and measure just to make sure. So since I don't have the experience with that, I can't really say. 20B. I love rotaries. We've done a lot of exhaust manifolds here for 20B rotaries for the quads. I'm a huge fan of the Wankel engines. I love the lightweight capability. I love the high revving capability. I love how different it is from a piston engine. I love the simplicity, especially in terms of moving parts and non-moving parts. Much smaller parts as well. I love their sound. They're awesome. I love the ability to be able to modify them when you're looking at a street port, a bridge port, a peripheral. I mean, just the porting alone makes a huge difference in power. It's great. They're great engines. I'm just not a big fan of the heat. I mean, how loud they can get. But above and beyond that, for the size and efficiency, it's a great power plant. Why I haven't had any experience with it is because I don't have a relationship with Mazda. If I did, I guarantee you that I play around with some of the Wankel engines. So, absolutely. I know, auto, right? That's what Grand Yugen is like. You, auto. Yeah, I agree. Any future projects take down underground racing? I'm not take down. I admire what the guys from Underground do. They're great guys. I like what they do out there. I'm a big advocate of speed as well. So we're starting to dabble into V10 Viper. So that being said, you can see some really great projects coming from us that would do extremely well like them. But I'm not here to take down people. That's not my style. I just love, if we're racing, we have a good time racing and may the spoils go to the winner. But for me to say I'm going to take down someone, it's not my style. I'm all about respectfully racing other people, which is very nice. How do I determine max reliable rev limit? What I do myself, and I don't encourage people doing it, I do tend to rev an engine as far as it can go, and whenever the power falls off, I go 1,000 RPMs above that. If it's something where it continues to rise because the efficiency or volumetric efficiency of the engine is very, very good, I'll continue to buzz it and buzz it and buzz it, and then take apart the engine and see where I start seeing failure. If I don't see failure, I'll put it back together, keep going. And that tells me. Believe it or not, as crude as it is, many times failure analysis is my strategy to do that. It's very expensive, but it does give us some good insight as well. Can someone stop by and speak to me about future builds as walk-ins? Back in the day, yeah. Nowadays, it's so slammed. You see Ariana right here behind me? She's my protector. It's very difficult because I have so much going on. But you know, the best place to talk to me about that are the events. So if you're local in the area and I'm at a local car meet and show, and I usually share my schedule ahead of time where I'm going, by all means, come on by and we'll chat. But here in the office, I never rest. Me spending time with you here this evening is my vacation. It's me resting and talking to all of you, my friends, which is exciting. Oh, by all means, Jeremiah, you know me. Whenever you can, we'll make it happen. You know, FK8, you'll be shocked. A lot is coming, J-Tune. You'll be very, very happy. Well, I learned quite a bit. Well, I'm an engineer. That's my background. So, from childhood, I've always had affinity for automobiles. And then when I came here and studied engineering, I finished up. But the whole time I was in school and working, I drag raced. And when I did drag racing, which was in the late 90s, early 2000s, there were no parts available, so we kind of had to figure things out ourselves. So that gave me the capability of staying curious and figuring things out and developing parts that allowed me to be very successful, which I carry on all the way till today, which is pretty exciting, you know? So Ari, I know Ari has so many questions. Give me the eyes. We have more questions. So what are the questions that we have, Ari?
One thing first. It looks like Nick came into the feed late.
Okay, Nick.
Can you repeat his answer? What is the dream car that you haven't built yet?
Oh, so Nick, the dream car I haven't built yet is a full all-wheel drive electric vehicle. EV vehicles are something that completely fascinate me. I love the sound and the flames and the noise and vibrations of internal combustion engines. I'm not a fan of the multiple components that exist. Over 20,000 pieces exist in an average internal combustion engine. And I'm talking about not just large pieces like pistons and rods, but you think of the locks and the pins and the retainers and the keepers and the valves, and you think of all those components, it adds up very quickly. And also, if you think about internal combustion engines and how they tend to build power, they start off with low torque, very inefficient, build up to peak efficiency or peak torque, and they fall off again. And that's through the RPM band. Electric motors, you can have 100% torque at 1 RPM. And for someone like myself who loves speed, Nick, my goodness, that's the cat's meow. So for me to have an all-wheel drive EV, that'd be awesome. All-wheel drive because it gives me absolute impeccable traction. And better yet, I can have a mode where I can lock the front wheels, do a rear wheel burnout, lock the rear wheels, do a front wheel burnout. You can do all kind of cool things with it. It's really fantastic. And with today's technology, I was at CS last week. With today's technology, with autonomous vehicles, you can have so much fun. So you can eat your cake and have it too, in terms of performance and speed, and not feel the guilt of pollution, which is pretty exciting. So I'm pretty excited. A base, Nick, something probably bespoke. I love what Elon and his team has done at Tesla. It's really great. But there are a lot of startups out there that are doing some wonderful things with inverters and EV motor technology. So I'll probably do something bespoke and one-off. So that'd be pretty exciting, you know. Yeah, the Porsche Mission E is something we're looking forward to, and don't be surprised if I get one of those. Those are really cool. I'll wait till the hype dies down and people go crazy, paying way over a sticker. But I'd love to get one of the Mission E's. I think it's really, really fantastic. So I'm pretty excited about that. 10 more years? No, it may happen very soon. So we'll see what happens to Grand. Ari's giving me the face again. So, okay, what other questions do we have?
This question is from CT Racer X.
CT Racer X, he's here actually.
That's why I wanted
you're
this
still
question
here. It's very nice.
Do you see yourself researching and developing parts for other FCA platforms? And does your interest in R&D for the other FCA vehicles stem from your Viper ownership or market saturation?
So he's asking, CT Racer X is asking if, and he's here, he said, oh, Mission, yes, it is awesome. He's asking if I plan on making components, parts, aftermarket, performance, so on and so forth for FCA vehicles. And did that passion stem from me having a Viper ownership or maybe the need in the market? I can really blame Ralph Gilles, who's a global head of design at FCA, Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Maserati, Alfa, all that good stuff. He really turned me on to the FCA brand, to the Dodge brand, to the Chrysler brand, to the Alfa brand. And he's been a bad influence, but a very positive influence nonetheless. And he just showed me the potential of a lot of these cars and how the people who build these and the designers and himself are die-hard enthusiasts. So that being said, I love that passion. And I've never played with any American cars. I really haven't. Not really a lot. A little bit before, but not a lot. Especially with the blessing of the manufacturer. So that being said, I look forward to that. I just see there's great potential that's untapped with these vehicles. So you can expect to see quite a bit from us, you know. So that's really nice. Battery tech, things are happening. Like I mentioned, Grand Yoginess, I was at CES last week. So much is happening. If you look at Lucid Motors, what they're seeing out there, Karma, with the guys from what's the other company name? I'm drawing a blank. Not Aptera, but there's some companies out there that have, put it this way, and they keep it tight little. Even Dyson is getting to the game. There are companies out there that have the capability of having super capacitors, these batteries that can charge very rapidly and discharge properly to still give you good range, even in performance applications. And the charging times very soon, I'm talking about the next calendar year, can rival putting gas in your car. So that's pretty exciting, you know. So I'm very excited to see that. So Harry's let me get some more questions here. You guys are asking so many great questions. But, you know, Byton is a good one too. I saw Byton's SUV. That was pretty cool. That's pretty nice. Okay, so yes.
AJ Thompson.
AJ Thompson, another good question.
Out of any production engine to have ever been put into a car, if built by you, which one would make the most amount of reliable power? Okay,
we're talking about amount of reliable power, AJ Thompson, of any production vehicle that's currently in use. Wow. Reliable power. N8 turbo, I would say definitely the Viper V10 engine. That has so much potential and potential for reliable power and can make tons of power. That can pretty much massacre anything out there, including some of the supercars that tend to hang their hats on their quad turbos and so on and so forth. So much opportunity. You see the ports on those things, they're amazing. So I'm pretty excited, you know. So yeah. F-Series, John? No, F-Series I don't think can make as much power as a Viper. Maybe I can stack maybe 2 of them together, maybe 3, then yeah. But yeah, for a production engine, just put in there definitely the 5th gen Viper engine from FCA Chrysler. Thank you so much, Chase. My pleasure. My pleasure. So what are questions do we have?
Next question is from Nick W. Photo.
Nick W. Photo.
I'm looking to make a reliable 250 wheel horsepower from my NV2.
Okay.
Any big no-nos a first-timer turboer may make?
Yes. So he's talking about he wants to build 250 horsepower boosted reliably. And the number one mistake that newbies tend to make with that is buying cheap parts. You'll pay for it multiple times. It may come out to look cheaper initially, but in the long run, you'll end up spending more. So it's very wise to invest wisely initially. You may have heard the phrase, penny wise, pound foolish. So you're trying to save a penny, you're buying cheap components, but in the long term, you're spending pounds and pounds to be able to rectify the issues. So choose properly. Secondly, instead of listening to people, friends who don't have experience in the realm of what you're trying to explore in performance, seek the assistance of people who are very knowledgeable. That will go a long way in making sure your project is successful. Don't listen to people on the forums who have no idea what they're talking about with large post counts. You know the thing about post counts? You're typing, you're not actually doing. So that doesn't make you powerful because you have large post counts. How about those friends who tell you everything to do about your car but don't have a car themselves? Those are the ones that you look for. Harry's laughing. Those are the ones you look forward to, you know, in having that. Want to use ZFE? Absolutely. Not only have we done stuff with TRD, we've had some local people who have put EMSs on 1UZs, and those engines have so much potential. They are so underappreciated. They are great setups. I love the 1UZs. They're pretty cool engines. Thank you so much, C's. Appreciate that. Okay, what are questions?
Another question from AJ Thompson.
AJ Thompson. I don't know if you see here.
Which would you prefer for a 700 horsepower, 40 plus PSI turbo build using standard cams?
Okay.
A K24A3 head and block, or K20A2 head on a K24A3 block?
So of those two opportunities with an A3 head on an A2 bottom end, on an A2 bottom end, I mean top end on an A3 bottom end, and we can't change the cams, definitely because of the valve train and cam capabilities, the A2 head, definitely on the bottom end of the A3. The limitations of the A3 is the head itself and valve train. So by all means, bar none, no questions, for that power potential, definitely you have an opportunity to use an A2 head. Now, if you want things to be very straightforward and simple and very efficient, the Z7, K24 Z7 is a great opportunity to boost with. We've had a lot of experience with that. lends itself to a lot of potential. So it's really, really good to set up. So pretty excited about that one. Yeah. Okay. What else?
Actually, Super Truck Mix, he actually asked a question during the feed that I was actually interested in as well.
Okay.
Which engine management works well with the JZ engines?
2JZ?
Yes.
Well, there are quite a few. So my experience has been definitely AM Infinity. Of all the pieces I've tested, I've tuned JZs on Stingers. I've tuned them on a little bit of Motec, not too much. Done a Series 1, Series 2 AM setups. What's the other one? Pro EFI, I've done that as well. And of all the ones I've had, definitely the AM Infinity by far is the perfect engine management solution. It gives me all the reliability and speed that I would expect from an ECU that allows me to do a good job with all the fail-safes built in. And I don't have to pay to upgrade. I don't have to pay to open up certain aspects of the ECU. So I find that very much, you know. Jab OTX says it's time to change the CIS on 930. Which fuel management would I recommend? With modern ignition system, it's still worth going to twin plug heads. Great question. That is fantastic. And Jab, we addressed a little bit of your second question last time. So by all means, I would recommend, and we've done that quite a bit, the AM Infinity. That's what I would recommend to be able to put on your 930. And with today's spark energy, even in a large hemispherical combustion chamber that's in your 930, you can get away with one coil. Because the spark energy, I mean, most engine systems, or I should say ignition systems, small coils we have nowadays will put out over 125 millijoules of energy. That's more than enough. And you can boost your heart's content without having blowout or any issues or expecting any detonation because you're not burning properly through the combustion chamber's hemisphere. So semi-hemisphere. So that being said, it's great. Thank you so much. My pleasure, Supra. Okay. So let's see. BC's Craftworks kits, I actually like it. I've had customers come here with the Craftworks kit on both the B series and S2000s, and because of the supercharger itself, that design is very, very efficient. So I've seen great success with it. Oh, thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Well, interests. Well, I love reading. I love working out. I love traveling. I'm really a sucker for fine cuisine, so I love eating out from time to time, so which is really great. So it's really good. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. How are those Ferraris going? Oh, my pleasure, Jab. By all means, by all means. B20, my pleasure as well. Thank you so much. It's fantastic. Oh, thank you so much, Frank. You're very, very kind. Thanks for the kind words. And look at all these hearts coming through. I'm pretty excited. Thank you so much, guys.
People love you.
So thank you. Thank you. Hello, Super. How are you? Motorsports teams, quite a few, but I cannot talk about those because we do have some NDAs I have to sign, but we do work quite a bit with motorsports teams, and a lot of them are OEM based, which is pretty exciting. I heard it's very pretty out there, Grant. In the room behind me, back there, AJ, that's the back of the facility. So as you can see the Odyssey peeking out there, but back there is kind of the back of the shop, and that's where I have the fabrication area and also the dyno, which is pretty cool. Nice, that 812 is going to be really cool. That's nice. J-Tuned, if you want, I have it right here. Tell you what, J-Tuned, if you're very serious, write to me at sales@bisimoto.com and I'll give you a smashing price. And do you know why I'll give you a smashing price? Because one thing I hate about cars I build, I hate this so much, and Ari knows this. I build these cars and they're so awesome and they just sit, and when they should be enjoyed. And if I have to incentivize you to enjoy my cars, I'll do it. So that being said, if you're interested in CRZ, I will give you a smashing deal. Even keep it to yourself. That's how good a deal this will be. So write to me and I'll see what I can do. And it has barely like a few hundred miles on it. It doesn't even have 1,000 miles on the car. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty nice. I would love to, P. Curtis. I did that maybe 2 weekends ago, and I'll do another one soon. That should be a challenge. Good, good. I'll be more than happy to help you out, by all means. By all means. K20 swap Porsche, interesting or not? I think it's interesting, but not my cup of tea. I'm a huge advocate of keeping engines and chassis. The craziest thing I would do is pretty much what I did over there, which is putting a Porsche water-cooled engine in an air-cooled power plant. But to put a K-Series, I could appreciate that. It's very nice, it's very clever, but I wouldn't do it myself. And I don't think my fans, a lot of my customers wouldn't want me doing that either. That'd be kind of sad. Oh, and Frank says to you, Ari, thanks for responding to his email.
I'm responding to him right now.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Hey, my pleasure, 20B. I love rotaries. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Excellent. All right, guys. Well, that being said, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. It was a great opportunity today to interact with many of you. Like I said, it's our 9th iteration. I really appreciate all your support and what you guys have done. We have more and more exciting things coming out there. And once again, thanks for your support. And this year should be really exciting. And one thing I'm very, very excited about as well here at Bisimoto is that we're going to be out there racing again, which is pretty exciting. So you'll see some drag racing, you'll see a lot of road racing. I'm very, very excited to get out to the track again. So stay tuned, guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Cheers. And once again, I'm going to put up something. Oh, my pleasure, Willie. I'm going to put up something on Instagram very soon. Please, your feedback is very, very important to me. Share with me how we can make this a better opportunity, and we'll have a good time. UZ, a part of Tesla, or Jay-Z? Ooh. So, for ease, Yoginess, Jay-Z. For something that is a little exciting and different, one UZ. So for me, I'd love one UZ. Yeah, sales at bisimoto.com. That's the place to put it to. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much, Ariel. Thanks so much. Yeah, we'll make it happen. I'll give you a smashing deal, by all means. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. See you next week. Oh, is there one question that came up? I already seen this one. She stopped me. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we have, Ari?
We have... Is there any chance you may add more engines or cars to your finely tuned performance parts lineup? As much as I love my old Hondas, I fell in love with the SW2 Toyota MR2. I'm in a bit of a perfectionist and I'm always working to improve my cars, but it's hard to find a lot of quality brands that support the 3S GTE engine series. I've always been a fan of your work and was wondering if you ever planned on broadening your horizons to different engines outside of Porsche, Dodge, and Honda.
Well, yes, I'm an enthusiast first, so I'm not tied into any given marquees. I love all cars, and we've had quite a few MR2s come here to tune as well. I'm not opposed to using my expertise and my knowledge to help you with your design. So if you need help with piston designs, camshaft, valve train, I can help you with that. If you need help with choosing an engine management solution, I can help you with that. Anything that you need within my power to help you choose the right parts for your build, I'm here for you. Now, bear in mind that the one caveat is that when it comes to platforms that are not very popular, those project parts seem to be a little bit more expensive because they're one-off. But as long as you're willing, like myself, to experiment, let's have some fun. By all means, all is not lost, and I appreciate that. Thank you as well, Grant. Have a good one as well. Yes, absolutely. For high revving, high heat applications, absolutely. One good thing about the guys from Puro that I love so much, I love them a lot. You see the banner in the background, I'm wearing the cool hat here. They come from aerospace, and these guys are enthusiasts just like you and I. They love racing and having a good time. And even for their own cars, when they couldn't find a lubricant that was good enough, they kind of use their own formulation from the aerospace knowledge they have. And when they sent samples for me to test, I was blown away. And above and beyond that, think about it. In aerospace, they see a lot more heat and friction than we see in automotive. As a matter of fact, they say that the stuff we have in automotive is so ancient, it's such archaic technology, that in aerospace, they've moved so much further in terms of lubrication and how zinc bonds to the molecules of the base oil itself, and how they combine their proprietary formulas and so on and so forth is really nice. So that being said, in terms of high RPM, high heat applications, they reign supreme. I do not see coking, I see compression oils. And Puro above and beyond that, even in air-cooled power plants, you may see some back here, I see a significant, I'm talking about 20 degrees reduction in oil temps when air-cooled application. Their stuff it's crazy, but I shouldn't be surprised. They're from aerospace. I shouldn't be surprised. What I would be surprised about is if they're selling us the same stuff they give the government. I won't be shocked at all, because it's really kind of weird. It's really good. One Jay-Z making about 600 horsepower. Wow, there are quite a few out there. You know, one that a lot of my customers had success with is the guys from SuperTech. So they had some very good valve train for one Jay-Z's making about 600. That shouldn't be a challenge at all. Hey, Duran, where are you? I'm waiting for you. Come on down. I'll be here for another hour or so. Yes, you can. So the stock H22A definitely is even important for the VTEC assemblies. You know what's crazy, guys? Nowadays, and I know it's because of cost, as I talk to some of these companies, as I interact with them and do some talks with them, they remove zinc out of the oil. And, you know, there are these weird rumors going out how zinc attacks catalytic converters. at 200,000 miles and so on and so forth. And you know, that really can attack it very nicely if your engines are of poor health. But you know what zinc does when you take it away from your engine? Valve train wear. You know what it does to your VTEC assemblies? It destroys it. So that being said, when you have an oil like Pure Oil, which not only has over 1,700 parts per million of zinc, which protects very well, but also it bonds differently so it doesn't disassociate very easily, it's something I use. So even in your stock setup, that's fantastic. Don't say this outside. You can open the front. Okay. So that being said, on a stock application, absolutely. I would encourage you to use it to keep your VTEC assemblies clean and to protect your valve train. I'm tired of people sending cams in here that are worn down because they're using crappy oil, because they're using conventional oil or low zinc oil. So yeah. Oh, I just talked about that, Tasmina. There's a lot of fabrication and a lot of engineering as well. So that being said, I spoke about that earlier on. We'll have this back up on YouTube and you'll be able to see it. No challenge. Definitely level 2.4 camshaft that we sell hardened. So we do have it for the B series, by all means. Hello, Lafayette. Oh, he's at the back door. Well, we do sell it here, BB6. At Bisimoto.com, you'll see it there. They also sell it on Amazon, but on Amazon it's much higher price than what I sell it for. I think on Amazon it's like maybe 21 or so, and then I have it for like 14. Oh, Ari has a question. Guys, thank you so much. I was going to be gone, but you know, I love talking, so that's no problem.
This question is from Eric DC Fiber.
Eric DC Fiber, okay.
I was wondering if you could help me with the Turbo Tech question.
Okay.
So I bought a turbo kit for my 06 Acura RSX Type S, and
Okay.
I needed help choosing an upgraded water wastegate for my setup.
Okay.
I'm looking to boost 10 psi.
Okay.
What spring should I get for the wastegate? Should I get a 10 psi or leave a little space at 8 psi?
Okay, so he has a turbo kit and he wants to know what wastegate application he should use. Should he use something softer, a little bit below his goal, or should he use something exactly at his goal? And I'm a huge advocate of using something that's softer. So I have no objection, especially with electronic and manual boost controllers. You can easily start at a 5 psi spring and go 3 times that amount. And that being said, whether you use a true boost from AEM or a manual controller or something else out there that you're comfortable with, above and beyond that allows the valve to move around. When you have a spring setup that never moves until you get to high boost, sometimes they could stick after a while. So that being said, exercise that spring, exercise that valve. Have the opportunity to definitely choose a softer and then ramp up. And you know what else is great about that? You can have an opportunity to do a lot of creative things with boost per gear or boost per speed, where you can have a lower boost threshold when you're in lower gears to help you with traction. And then when you're in higher gears where it's much more fun, you can raise the boost accordingly. So there's so many advantages of using a softer spring than using a stiffer spring out the gate. It's pretty nice. Best way to get power on an F22A 6R motor? Give us a call. There's no one in the world who makes more reliable power on an F22A. No one that makes even more power than us, period, on an F22A than us, natural aspirated. Gearbox oil is coming soon, by all means, Shinobi, but not quite yet. I've been bugging them too, by all means. Excellent. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much once again for all your interaction this evening. Please provide your feedback on Instagram and Facebook. I'll be more than happy to oblige. And look forward to seeing you guys next week. In the meantime, take care, stay tuned, and cheers. Bye-bye.